Hello Pisces, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the second half of December 2020. So that's from the 14th onwards. And yes, so it's not a weekly reading this time because this time of year it's so close to Christmas, where I know everyone's busy, but I get very busy preparing for Christmas and then enjoying Christmas and then recovering from Christmas. I won't have time to do 12 readings each week. So I'm just doing one reading now that will take you through to the end of December. And from then on, I'll be doing fortnightly readings because I've got full-time work now and I don't have the time I did to do a weekly reading for 12 signs each week. So having said that, Pisces, this is your reading for the second half of December 2020. And it's a general reading, just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Compendium of Witches Oracle, which I'm using. And I'll draw a couple of cards from this just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Pisces for the second half of December 2020. What messages are here for Pisces for the second half of December? What does Pisces need to know? So I'll just let the deck fall open where it will, and from that I'll draw two cards from this pile. So let's go here and there. Oops, okay. So Pisces, let's see what you get. Oh, you have the Dusk Child. This is about accepting, this card, it is what it is that sort of message, accepting the dark with the light. And, it refers to shadow work, accepting those parts of yourself that you normally don't address, that you keep hidden, and embracing them in a positive way. So, the Dusk Child, it is what it is. And then you've got the Hermit, which is it's all about being happy with being self-sufficient, being on your own, and finding that that's enough, and that you can be content and happy being, on your own, in your own light, on your own terms, being an individual who stands out alone, who's not afraid of their own company. So there you go, a bit of solitude, and, finding the positivity, the joy in being self-sufficient and independent. And accepting things for what they are, the dark and the light of them. And that may well be accepting yourself for who you are. So that's where we start. And let's see what the rest of the reading shows. So let's see what's on the cards for Pisces for the second half of December 2020. What messages are here for Pisces for the second half of December 2020? What does Pisces need to know? So this is the Llewellyn Tarot. I have trimmed it. And I'll be using it to draw an 8-card spread for you, the usual 8-card spread that I've been doing. And that's the 2 cards depicting you, where you are now, the following 2 cards highlighting the challenges you face at this time, and then 2 cards offering some guidance from Spirit, and then the final 2 cards revealing your possible outcome. So let's see what you get. You have, oh, the 2 of Cups, that's sweet, and the 9 of Pentacles. This is all about independence. And then you've got the Hierophant and the 10 of Swords as your challenge. And then you've got the King of Cups, wow, and Strength in your guidance row. Oh, and the Queen of Cups, you've got with the 8 of Swords as your final outcome, and the 6 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Nostalgia. So, although the the 2 of Cups suggests, a union, the coming together of 2 opposites to create a bond, a union of sorts that has the potential to become deeply rooted and strong, because it's got firm foundations. So there's this possible union. But at the same time, there's this independence. This is a card of someone who has worked hard and applied a lot of self-discipline in order to build up something of security and value. And now she's able to enjoy that. So it may be a dilemma, but it could simply be that, from an independence, finding that independence and embracing it and enjoying it, it's opened up a possibility for a union, for a connection. And it needn't be a romantic connection, just a strong connection. But the challenges you face at this time, you've got the Hierophant here, who's about learning in accepting mentorship in a structured way. So in a challenge position, it's sort of like, it could also denote constitutions such as marriage. Perhaps, putting them together, then it would be your challenge is to accept this union, this connection, in a conventional sense, in a time-honoured conventional sense, and yet retain that sense of independence. Because something is coming to an end. The 10 of Swords is about completion, the ending of something, and that ending is often difficult with the 10 of Swords. It suggests, the ending of strife, of difficulties, but it's involved releasing something, having to give something up. And after this, the battle and the fighting and the exhaustion from it, a new day can dawn now. So it's sort of suggesting as a challenge, then it's to face this ending, to work with the ending, accept it, and find that new beginning that it's making way for. And next to the Hierophant, it's almost like the time-honoured traditional way of doing things is ending, and that's a challenge. So, your guidance then to deal with this ending and the restrictiveness that the traditional mentorship or learning or constitution holds for you, the way to deal with those challenges is gentle persuasion. The Strength card is all about pursuing something. You know, in this particular Strength card, there's a lot of energy, but it's sort of, this is depicted from a myth, a folklore tale where I've forgotten his name, but he wanted to win the woman of his dreams, and in order to gain her hand in marriage, he had to hunt down this boar who had a comb on his head. And, the whole idea was that he chased the boar relentlessly. He pursued it persistently, not tiring, not giving up, and having that inner strength to believe that he can do it. And eventually, of course, he did, and he won his love. So it suggests that, this is something you need to go for with a gentle but persistent determination, because then you will have the victory. The outcome will be positive for you. So it's having the strength of mind, the strength of character to pursue what it is you want to go for wholeheartedly, but not in a brutish way, in a consistent, persuasive, gentle, persistent way. And the King of Cups suggests using compassion and what's that word? Sorry, the word has left me now. Using empathy in order to gain control. The King of Cups is about mastering something. So it's about mastering your emotions, but doing so in a compassionate and sort of laid back way. There's, for some of you, this does definitely seem to be a theme about a union in a relationship. But to keep the reading general for everyone, then I would suggest that, the King of Cups, the energy of the King of Cups is all about mastering emotions, about leading with a gentle and empathic, loving way. And, so I'd suggest that, to pursue what it is you want, but do so with a sort of more relaxed way. In that way, you'll be steadfast, even though things around you could be very turbulent. So it's mastering your emotions and dealing with those around you in an empathic, in a compassionate way. And then remaining strong and in pursuit of your goals. Persisting them, but not with brute force, rather with a gentle, compassionate manner. And I've put the Dusk Child here. This is about acceptance, accepting things as they are, appreciating the differences in people and accepting it for what it is, and then still being able to connect with them in a compassionate, tender way. And if you're able to do that, it brings you to being able to love in an open and generous way. The Queen of Cups is, well, she's highly intuitive, but she's also, she's able to give. She loves with, she nurtures with love, with compassion and tenderness. So it brings you to, again, having mastered your emotions, accomplished that, and found that whatever it is that the difficulties in this ending is that are restraining you, and the restraint you feel in whatever this constitutional form is for you, it shows you find a way out of it. That the Eight of Swords is about finding a new perspective in order to free yourself. The constraints that you feel around you are about how you perceive the situation. Your mind has held you hostage. Your perception has held you hostage, has kept you back, and finally being able to see a way out through a change of perspective within yourself. And that comes from doggedly working at something. And it brings you to reconciliation, reconnecting with your past, with the tenderness, the joy that you may have felt in a connection in the past. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia. Refinding yourself, connecting to that simple and loving part of yourself. So I get a sense, of having a struggle that somehow involves a juxtaposition between maintaining your independence and enjoying that, and making a deep and meaningful connection. And finding that there is a difficulty in the time-honored way of doing things that needs to come to an end in order for you to embrace this connection, and yet maintain what elements of independence are important to you. And through careful, persistent, but gentle persuasion, you're able to win through and master your emotions, and see things in a new light, and reconnect in a loving and compassionate way. So there you have it, Pisces, a bit of a journey for you for the last 2 weeks of December. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. Have yourself a wonderful end of year and festive season. And God bless you till we meet again.